All right, even though this looks like, was it 3-card Monty as far as comic books go, um, I'm always a big one that's just kind of try to say to Hollywood, who should you pick up next? And we did Danger Girl, and if you hadn't decided to pick and do your new sort of Charlie's Angels in Danger Girl, and you're saying, hey, what about, which I mentioned while I was doing it, what about diversity? How there's like 2 videos, mock trailers for Martha Washington, and my partners dislike me, talking about Martha, so I talk about it all the time. We also have the series Frostbit, which is a gorgeous series, one of my favorite artists. It's Jason Alexander, that's right. I screwed up. Jason Sean Alexander. I always forget the middle name because I'm an idiot. But we're going to do Tulsa Straw, right? This is a Multiverse issue. So if you're into, as I said, when I did 1963, Alan Moore from the start of 1963 was heavy in the multiverse. That is not the first time that he was doing it. And people say, oh, well, Supreme is the, no. But when he was doing it in Captain Britain, there were 3 main Captain Britons of different Earths. So it's kind of like playing up the Earth 2 stuff, which wasn't in Marvel, but it was in the Marvel UK. And he's continuing that thread with his America's Best comic books, right? So Tulsa Strong is just kind of like a Supergirl with none of, it's almost as if it's like what if it's like kind of what if was it Siegel and Schuster got to do their Superboy? Because their Superboy, people like to point out that it was kind of like not a junior Superman, that it was kind of like a real kid type of deal. And this is kind of, what if Supergirl was like a real girl? Tulsa Strong, who's the daughter of Tom Strong and the Lewis Strong, she's just this wacky character. Now this, to represent the different time on different Earths, gonna different artists. So we have Chris Sprouse and Carl Story, who do the main series of Tom Strong, do the start, Michael Golden, and you'll all just go through. I don't know all the artists. Like I don't know Phil Noto, and I guess it's the only one I don't know. But we had I picked the cover that Bruce Timm did, so I like that a lot. So we have her on her skateboard. We got that kind of Supergirl feel, and she gets back, but she's here. She mistakenly used. See, so this is the aspect that she's just a fun character. She utilizes bazooka and messes up the house. So they gotta fix it up. We got this robot. Was it Newman? I think that is what it is. And this kind of little banter between them. And Solomon takes the skateboard, hang 10, and he goes into a different timeline. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong, like you've been doing. You've been a great help, everybody. So the skateboard comes back. Yep. Oh, I was right. Newman. Right. So I did read this one before I did this video. But she's like, I'm gonna go check out of this. Hey, but we gotta fix the house. Goes in there, sees this desolation, and we get this other Tulsa, who's Tekla, right? Because she has all the tech, right? So he's like, hey, you're contaminated. Try to get her out. This is, I can't remember the last time. This might not be the last time, but it's close to it, where he did some internal pay. No, I think he did, what's that thing? Black Canary. He did Birds of Prey, right? And that was a gorgeous book. You should check that out, right? So we have all the stuff going, all these creatures after them. Tekla helps out to get out there, but then she has to get uncontaminated. So you get all this techie stuff, gives her back her board, right? And tells her, and this is going to be a hint to what's going on in the rest of the story. It's not really that heavier story. I think Alan Moore does plot assist. Peter Hogan does the writing. All right. So we get to see the society that's in there. But a lot of people turned to mutants or died. And this is all that's left. Right? So she said goodbye to this darker version of herself. And she goes into the water. And then she runs into another world. And she's looking for a gorilla. This one it's Tori and Tesla. So we got Tori here, and they're in the land that's underwater. And she gets this mask. It's out of Hughes art, and it's really nice. Not used. I mean, everyone still has decent busts, but they're not massive as usual. Right. So here, at some points, we're gonna get good girl art, and some points we're just gonna get storytelling. And this has a little bit of both, right? So she meets the merman, Tom Strong, and we get more hints of the story as we go along, right? And then we get the animal versions of them. Right, I think this is Phil Noto. I could be wrong. Right. And it's Topsy. They're like the Powerpuff Girls of what's the name of this universe. And then we get to Solomon, and he runs into, obviously he's on some sort of ship or some basement, right? And runs into some more apes, different kinds of apes, right? And a cartoon, like a Sergio Aragonés ape here too, right? But then we get to the reality stuff. We get Luis Garcia Lopez get to do his part and runs into another Tesla, but she's Tara, right? So they all have different names, and they go meet. And this is she's kind of a grown version of her. She's like the way Garcia Lopez draws them, but it's just gorgeous stuff. And doing the classics. So this is more. She's more akin to the Tom Strong is akin to Captain Marvel, and we get to see like forget the villain for Captain Marvel, but that sort of mad scientist that's in there. Right, so she's like, I'm gonna go, but she's kind of like Mary Marvel, right? Because she transforms. That's what I kind of missed when I was reading the first time. She's there as Tara, and then she becomes the superhuman type character, taking the place of Tom Strong of her world. And then go and see the jungle version. Of course, the jungle version is done by Frank Cho. And we get the jungle, the Red Sonja here type villain, right? And she's Tessa the Tigers, and she takes out there. And this way we get some really good girl art and good tiger art. And of course, we got J. Scott Campbell, who I've talked about before, giving you all cheesecake, the new universe, right? And she's Tamla. And everybody's got nothing on. They're checking out her outfits, and they send her off. Then we get Claudio Castiglione. I know I screwed his name up. Let's go on. So kind of like the Aztec version. Colo Castellini. Yep. Screwed that one up very badly. Right? So we get hint to this god that he needs to connect with. Serpent god. And the serpent god tells he's gonna protect. This feels like this Tom Strong is the enemy. And he's like, nope, unhand her. And this god kind of helps saves her from this Tom Strong, right? So it goes on another bit to the story. Now we're getting to the end. And this is done by Jason Pearson, one of my favorite artists. I thought he was going to do a ton. He did a little bit more, but he kind of did the card version of Tom Strong, the next one. Right? So she goes in and she gets met by the evil Tom Strong. right? So they capture her, and then the real Tom Strong is here. We got Newman cleaning this place up and telling what happened. So they realize something's going wrong. And either Twyla is like Twilight. She woke up Tesla and saying she's going to hit her with a hot poker just to scare her because they got all these plans. But the villain, the main villain of his regular universe is actually the hero here. So he comes and helps her escape. Of course, the Nazis aren't Nazis. They have a windmill here instead of the Nazi symbol, and she's a good guy too, right? So they're getting their little plan to try to save the day, right? So they run into the evil versions. They got their plan together, and she comes in, and she's switched herself so she could be the I got it wrong. So here, she knows what she can do to save the other timeline. So she does that, and as we go along, she's explaining them all the stuff about the other Earths, and Tom Strong and his wife, they go off to help save the day. So they go in, they get into this big fight with these characters. They run into Solomon with all the other gorillas. They're already helped out. Solomon had his side plan going. The real Tom Strong comes in, gets a hit, wants to kill him because he deserves to be unique. But then the gorilla god comes in here, the giant Aztec gorilla, right? And they finally round up everyone, but as the evil Tom Strong has his getaway plan, we get help from the god himself. So he comes there, they figure things out, talk it out, and of course, there's some attraction between her and the Russian girl, and save the planet from the Green Death. That's what was happening in the beginning, where we saw the desolation. Now it's back to, it's way better, right? They got them in jail, and they kind of move on. Here was the other cover, which is another good, gorgeous cover by Arthur Adams, right? So there we go. We have a multiverse story with Tesla Strong. If they can't do a live action movie, why not animate it, right? So we'll get the Frostbite, and we'll definitely get the Martha at some point. And I thank all the fans out there who watch my Martha mock trailers, their passion projects. And I didn't have anywhere to go, but I don't know enough about politics to continue Martha's story. But with all the crazy stuff going on out there, we need Martha back. So we need Tesla, possibly the breakout character from this series. She should have been able to hold her own, but because she was just so much fun. But yes, that's it. Spin Rack out.